This past weekend, Jess and I did the GONG. It's a charity cycling event here in Sydney. It's also going to be Jess's biggest ride. It's something that we've been both working towards for the last 2 months. So why don't you come along with me and I'll show you all the things we got up to. Every big adventure starts with an early morning, and this day was no exception. I was up out of bed at 4:30, straight to the park with the dogs to get their steps in. And for all the people who requested some more doggo content in the last video, don't worry, I've got you covered. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you've been watching for a while, well, it's good to have you back. Everyone has to fuel up, dogs included. We've got some cereal and soy milk on the menu this morning, before we quickly got our helmets on and headed out the door. The GONG event is a bit over 80 kilometers and 800 meters elevation, but today we're going to be riding from home, bringing it close to 100 kilometers and over 1,000 meters elevation gain. The ambitious goal? Leave at 5:30. In reality, probably rolled out the door about 5:45. As we get closer to summer, the sun is getting up earlier, and thankfully that means we don't start our rides in the dark. We ran into a few friends heading in the opposite direction, and something that never gets old for me, even though I do it multiple times a week, is riding over the Sydney Harbour Bridge in the morning. The city was quiet and peaceful. In fact, we didn't really have to share the roads with many cars at all. Not many people are up on a Sunday morning like a cyclist. And after we left the main central business district, we went along cycleways through the inner west and eventually to Mascot, where we got on the brand new Cooks River Cycleway. One cool thing here is it goes directly under the flight path of Sydney Airport, so you can get awesome shots like this of planes. The starting line was at Tempe Reserve, which is just around the corner from the Cooks River Cycle Path, and Jess and I headed straight to the start line because we wanted to just get rolling as soon as possible.
We've made it to the start line of GONG. There's a few hundred, maybe 1,000 riders loitering around, and we're gonna make our way to the start line.
Unlike a running event where there's kind of like a mass participation, everyone just goes at once, in cycling, because it's a little bit dangerous to do that, it's more of just like a slow trickle. So you can rock up to the start line and essentially just roll off, and that's the start of your big ride.
Yeah. 2025 GONG has started. We've rolled through the starting line at Tempe, and we are going to go onto Princess Highway to start making our way down south to Wollongong.
Suddenly, the world I used to know, I see it differently. You woke me from a dream, now here's reality.
Thank you.
Baby,
Thank you, mate.
baby,
Appreciate it.
really hurting
Look how many people are out.
'Cause every time you tell me I'm good and bad, I'm doing fine, but nothing ever changes. And now I see, baby, you are hurting me.
The first hour of the event flew by and we got to Sutherland before we knew it. These big charity events can sometimes be a little bit chaotic. You've got people who just want to zoom down to their finish as fast as they can, and then you have a whole bunch of people who just want to take a nice relaxing ride down to the GONG. And where did we sit in that spectrum of riders? I think somewhere around the very middle. We wanted to make good time down to Wollongong because we did have plans for later in the day, but at the same time, you know, this isn't a race for us. At least that's what I thought. At the start of the video, I showed you this map. And this is where we are on that map right now. That's right, we're at the bottom of a very, very long uphill drag. And I think something just came over Jess. She loves to attack the hills, she loves to throw caution to the wind, and we started zooming. We were on the right hand side of the lane and she was just cranking it, overtaking dozens of people, even getting a little bit aero. And as her cycling coach and her teacher, I was very proud of her in this moment. There's nothing quite like reeling people in and catching up to them, having an imaginary race in your head that no one else is participating in. But in the back of my mind I was thinking, is this going to come back to bite us in the butt? And that's when we got to Waterfall, which to me was the part of the ride I was most nervous about. It's not a super sketchy descent, but it is quite steep and very windy. And every single year a big accident tends to happen, and I really didn't want to get caught up in one of them. But before we get onto that, as part of this series of getting my wife into road riding, I said that I would learn a new skill myself, which would be doing a track stand. So to all the people who sent me advice and comments last video, I apologize because I've done zero practice since that last one, and my attempts in this one are just as bad. But I guess I'll just embarrass myself for another week. And this is a fantastic opportunity for you to hit that subscribe button so you can check out how I go.
Do you want to rest or do you want to keep going? Just find someone to stop. Alright, we're going to have a little stop here before the waterfall descent. How is that section to Waterfall? You're going pretty quickly. You've got enough in the tank for the last half. Are you tired? No, you are?
Okay.
Okay.
I think I paced it.
It's conserving.
Okay.
Maybe we got lucky, or maybe you went at a quiet time, but when we did the descent, it was pretty well behaved. I still rode behind Jess just to make sure that people didn't dive bomb on the outside or inside of her, but we got to the bottom with no problems, and I was very thankful that we did have the opportunity to practice doing some descents in the weeks leading up to this ride. When we got to the bottom, we were well and truly inside Royal National Park, which is probably one of my favourite places in Sydney to ride. When I was a kid, I used to love watching Star Wars, specifically Star Wars Episode 6 and the planet Endor. Riding in Royal National Park with these massive towering trees and green canopies around me reminds me of that movie. Instead of a hover speeder, I've got my road bike, and I'd love to see an Ewok, but I guess I'll just have to put up with other cyclists for company. This is the part of the ride that feels so easy. The road just keeps pulling you, the scenery sucks you in, and you just keep rolling on.
You went and I was left behind. I know you found your peace and find all you want more, 'cause there's no reason. I was shed no tears now that you're gone. There are times when I tell you went away.
We are at 65 kilometers since we left home now, and we've exceeded Jess's longest ride. You feeling alright? Tired now? There's still 30k to go. Is your butt sore? Hey, how you doing, mate? Well, we're stopping here at the top of Bold Hill. Hey, mate.
Like you.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Your wife, yeah?
Yeah, she's right here. Imagine if you weren't. Imagine if I was here with another girl. Controversy. When Jess is going uphill, she goes in full aero position.
It's legs only.
To crank out more watts. But then when she goes downhill, she's like full upright. She's got it around the wrong way.
But I know you wouldn't like it
We are here. Seacoast Bridge over there, and then in the distance, Wollongong.
The gong.
The GONG, all the way over there. Is that too far? Does that look far? All the way over there.
The gong.
Yeah, 30k.
They lie.
What do you mean they lie?
They lied to us.
What do you mean? What they lie?
It's so far.
It is far. See you guys. Have a good ride.
To keep people safe and to separate cyclists from traffic, they decided to let people go down in waves, which was actually a pretty good idea. If you're wondering where we were up to on that elevation map, well, right now we are about here, which means we've done all the big climbs and descents for the day. With that being said though, all the little rollers that lead into the finish line, well, they're going to start adding up. At this point, the early wake up, the distance, and also maybe some of those little overexertions leading up to Waterfall were starting to stack up. And Jess was definitely feeling quite tired. This event though does have one ace up its sleeve, which I was very excited to do. Riding over Seacliff Bridge.
Seacliff Bridge is the reason why everyone does this event. It is an awesome place to ride. So beautiful, and we're about to do it right now.
I stumble and I can't get up, fall into the song. This time I think I had enough. I'm drowning in doubt. Lights fading, but I'm holding on. I can't escape the fall this time. It's enough. Pushing back every step I take, fighting myself with every break. I don't couldn't be undertold. You thought you had me hooked, but I'm on the track.
Oh, sorry, lemonade.
That was awesome.
Don't you go back. I'm done with you, don't need to stay here. Chasing shadows, pushing me away. Now you wonder how I could let this go. Oh, it's a piece of cake. Yeah, it's a piece of cake.
As we got closer to the finish line, I reflected not just on the ride today, but over the past few months. 2 months ago, Jess had never even ridden a road bike, but she grabbed the handlebars with both hands, determined to learn, picked herself up after every little fall on the bike, and even pushed through her worst enemy, waking up early. The path wasn't always easy, and I could tell towards the end of this event she was definitely struggling a little bit, but I'm very glad that a couple of months ago we spontaneously decided to sign up for this event and set a lofty goal and push through. And just like that, we rounded the corner, we arrived at the park, and that was the end of our MS GONG, 95 kilometers from home and one big day.
Now you wonder how I could let this go. Oh, it's a piece of cake. Yeah, it's a piece of cake. Pushing back every step I take, fighting myself with every break.
It's time to eat a well-deserved sausage roll, and remember how I said I got you with the dog footage? Well, here you are.
Oh, I'm done with the drama, why don't you come back? I'm done with you, don't need to stay here. Chasing shadows, pushing me away. Oh, now you wonder how I.
Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate everyone who tunes in, leaves lovely comments, and subscribes to the channel. I absolutely love making videos, going on adventures, and sharing it with you guys, and I hope that you can feel that in the videos. This is not going to be the end of the 0 to 100 series. I'm going to save it for the next episode to tell you guys a little bit more about it. But in the meantime, eat rice and ride bikes. Bye.